All right. You can see my screen, right? If you can see my screen, please indicate. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen, sir.
All right. So we'll be discussing about something very important tonight, and we'll be talking about uh last week we talked about introduction to cryptocurrency part one. So today we'll be talking about introduction to cryptocurrency, sorry, part two, and we'll be talking about everything cryptocurrency. Simply means we'll talk about every basic you need to know about cryptocurrency, everything that you need to know about cryptocurrency, and these things will be just giving you basics. Like this is a community platform, and if you really want to do well in this space, you must take things serious here. Okay, we might not be able to teach you everything word for word, but we'll give you the basic knowledge you need, and you go and research more on that. That makes you a good student. That makes you a good student. So we teach you what you need to know, and you research on it more and more. So yeah, today's topic, everything cryptocurrency. So first thing we're talking about is evolution of money. Evolution of money is the first thing we're talking about. So before we get into what cryptocurrency is proper, we'll talk about the evolution of money. So how did money evolve? How did money evolve? Because if you must have heard about cryptocurrency prior now, you know that cryptocurrency can be called money. Even in the last class, when I was talking about transferring, when I was talking about the blockchain and how you can run transaction, I was calling cryptocurrency money. So money is basically any form of payment for an exchange for goods or services. So a form of payment for goods or for services. So that's what money is, and it's a legal tender. That I think that's the right word you call it. Call it legal tender because it's approved by the government or approved by a group of people to say, oh, this is what we can use to interact financially, or this is what we use to make payments for goods and services. So I think that we all know what money is. So explain the evolution of money. So let's just say from the foundation of the earth, or in the very olden days, the system used there for exchange of goods and services is what we call barter system, or we locally call trade by barter. Okay, trade by barter. This is just like people exchange goods and services directly. So, like, it's how do I make an example now? Someone rears goods, someone has a barn, so you give the person goods. You have a goat now and you want yam. Someone has a barn and he wants goats. So you just make that exchange to like how many barn is for the value of one goat you get. So, but he had its own limitations, obviously. So he had his own limitations, obviously. So where you could assuming that, oh, you have yam and you don't see somebody that wants good, and you have yam and you want good, but you don't see somebody that have good that needs yam, that kind of thing. So there are the limitations are there and everything. So that was the issue with the barter system. Then we came into the metallic, the what you call it, the metallic coins. So this was when, okay, but before we talk about the metallic coins, we had the commodity money where we had things like stones, precious metal. We had where people use the cowries. We in Africa, we use cowries as a medium of financial exchange. So we use cowries. We got to that stage. Even precious stones like I think that was when gold, silver, all these bronze, all of them came to be. Okay, people. That is when it started existing from. So that was the medium of exchange of value at that time. So these different stones or these different stones have different significance and they were graded in different value. Like Olga, okay, when you talk about gold. I think before the recent trend of diamond, gold is like the most precious stone. Then you have silver, you have bronze, you have copper, iron. Different kinds of stones with their different value. So from then we now move down to the metallic coins. I can remember when I was small, I could see the 50 kobo coin, 1 naira coin. So I don't know if any of you were privileged to see that. And many countries still use the metallic coins today. I think some use they call shillings. I think some countries use shillings. I think the UK, yeah, that uses pounds. They still have their shillings that are still in coin form. So some countries, even though it's no longer obtainable in Nigeria here, I don't know if some other African countries still use coins. So this was the age then. So there was a time it was just coins that was used as a medium of exchange. Please, if you are still following what I'm discussing tonight, please I would like you to indicate so that I'll make sure that I have my audience. If you can still hear me, please say something or say hello. Just someone should unmute and say something.
I can hear you, sir.
All right, perfect. So, and you people can still see my screen, right?
Yeah, sure, sir.
All right, perfect. So from the metallic coin, I'm actually taking my time to go us through this process because sometimes when we mention cryptocurrency, people think it's something that is outside space. Do you know that there is it's a trend, it's an evolution of something. So this is just like the evolution of money as the subhead entails. So from there we have the paper money like that is very rampant that we see every day. Okay, that is still in vogue. So then we have uh, other kind of this thing, electronic money, or what you call e-transfer, something like credit cards, electronic fund transfer, online banking. I think us that are conversant with what you call PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, whatever you name it. These e-banking forms, those things are like digital money, but they are not. They are a digital form of money. It doesn't just even though it's mostly based on dollars, but it's not based on dollars. So it's just these things. They are representative or digital representation of the normal legal tender of different countries. So I think in Nigeria at some point had the e-naira. These are part of electronic money. So it was another era that we were in and we are still in. So this evolution of money, I'm driving it somewhere. So now, from there now, we move to another era which we have the cryptocurrencies. So these cryptocurrencies now is the thing. If you check what I've been talking about, we started from how it went from the trade by barter to cowries to gold. From cowries, we came down to coins. From coins, we came down to the paper money, to the digital money transfer, and now to cryptocurrency. So you see that the thing is evolving at every point in time. So these things have obviously, like I said, okay, I didn't try to mention the disadvantage of the coins has a disadvantage, which was things like okay, they were heavy because they were made from metals, even the gold and everything. Just imagine that we are still in that age and you want to buy maybe an estate that's worth 3 billion naira or something like that, or worth $1 million. And you ask yourself, how many carries will you carry that equates to $1 million? Or how many tons of gold? Okay, because gold has great value. Maybe about one slab can can offset the bill. But it's heavy. Just imagine that you require something that needs a large quantity of that thing, then traveling with it. Just imagine you live in Nigeria, and you are locating to another country. Then you are now looking for how to pack your good and travel. But you see, it has its own limitations. So coming down to the coins too, which were from metals, just that they had some stamps and recognition, and they were not as heavy as those ones. But those ones too, just imagine, I just imagine, like, okay, now people go to wedding and everything. I go to wedding and somebody is playing you coin. I'm just imagining how it would be like. They will enjoy you now. Somebody just carry coin and stone you in the name of spraying you money. So it's just so funny. So these things have their limitations. So paper money, people are laughing. So paper money has no limitation. Paper is paper, There are physical qualities that could happen. You can be traveling with a large amount of. I think there's this country that their money is so worthless. I'm sorry to use that word worthless, but their money is so worthless that people go to market pushing this money in a wheelbarrow. I'm not kidding. People, like, I don't even know how people that buy things count that money. It's just like, with the way a naira is now, then the money is printed in one kobo. So for you to buy something of 10 naira, that means you should have about 10,000 pieces. Oh, sorry. I should have about 1,000 pieces of that paper. Then if you are buying something worth 100 naira, you should have about 10,000 pieces. Just imagine that, okay, you want to go and buy things. Now things are very costly here. Then you want to go and buy a phone of 250,000 naira. Please, how many pieces will you carry? You see? So these are part of the issues paper money has. So that was because, one thing that is with evolution is when there is an error, you try to see the error and you try to say, okay, what are the limitations, and try to improve it. How can this be better? How can this be better? That's why even banks now have e-transfer, mobile transfer, USSD, so that you cannot be bothering coming to the bank every day to withdraw money, to deposit money and everything. Things can happen online. So taking advantage of those things. So this brings us to the point of cryptocurrency. So why was cryptocurrency formed? What was the issue with the normal money we use, the normal banking system, that made cryptocurrency become a thing today? And that one word is decentralization. Okay, decentralization. The normal banking system is a centralized system, and which what's a centralized system is that it's not about just having one control. It has one control unit. Call it the bank, call it the government. These guys they can regulate the system. This is the fault it has. But this decentralized system of finance, which is the cryptocurrency, nobody can dictate and say, oh, Bitcoin, from going onward, Bitcoin is now $10,000 or $1,000. No, one entity cannot come and declare such. What can only happen is that the market is moving, people are buying and selling. The worst that can happen to the cryptocurrency market is that it will be manipulated because you have funds. But for you to come and declare as a government or as one body that, oh, this thing will come down to this point, it's impossible. Nobody will listen to it because the market is trading at its price. People are buying and selling. You can only move the market with your fund, not with government policies. But in the traditional banking system, government policies, they don't even need to put money there. They can just declare, oh, 1,000 naira is no longer the highest notes. They will introduce 5,000. I know there was a time they remember that they were going to introduce 5,000 naira note. I don't even know how it ended up again. I remember then those days, my father used to tell me that even the 5 naira that is like the smallest amount now, I think then that the highest currency you could get was like 100 naira, 200 naira. That when they even introduced 500 naira, was like, it was a news. So that is what cryptocurrency is solving the problem of centralization in the normal banking system. So that is why decentralization was introduced. And this decentralization comes with security, you see. So this is what the cryptocurrency form of finance, or the blockchain form of finance, which is cryptocurrency, brought. So talking about cryptocurrency, then we have the word. We have the word. What is cryptocurrency? What is cryptocurrency? Leading us to what we need to talk about today. What is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is basically made of two words: crypto and currency. Crypto now is, yes, people say crypto in abbreviation of cryptocurrency, but before the word cryptocurrency came to be, there was a word called cryptography. And this cryptocurrency is a merge of cryptography and currency. So this cryptography is like one of the main things that make what cryptocurrency is. What is cryptography? Cryptography is simply talking about security, securing transaction, like still boils down to what I talked about. When I was talking about last week about decentralization, I said the key thing that centralization draws is security, that it makes it very difficult for a system to be accessed. It's very difficult for a system to access. So this for cryptocurrency is to put this thing, currency is money or finance, whatever you call it. So this thing, cryptocurrency can be called secured money, secured kind of finance, secured kind of, currency. See, so it's cryptography has to do with the encryption and decryption, security, privacy and security. It has a pattern. Unlike the normal banking system that when you go to open an account, you put your name, phone number, date of birth, residence address, father's next of kin, father's name, mother's name, village, community, state of origin, bank can easily identify you. You understand? So, but in the crypto world, all these things are confidential. What thrives in the crypto world is decentralization, security, and privacy. Okay. In the crypto world, all someone needs to transfer money to is your address. Your name is not tagged to it. Your location is not tagged to it. The only place you can have something similar like that is in the centralized exchange, which is same thing as centralized. But in the blockchain system itself, these things don't have people's name on them. Addresses don't have people's name on them. Addresses don't have people's identity on them. All just need to transfer money to someone is an address. Okay. So it's only in centralized exchanges that I can say, for you to create an account, you must do all this. So they call it KYC verification. KYC simply means know your customer. And I gave an assignment last week. And I was like, okay, study crypto terminologies, play blockchain terminologies. I don't know how many of us who have done that, but I'm taking note of this assignment. And one day we might just organize an online quiz. Yeah, I think Danny is here. Danny, one day you can organize an online quiz, and the questions that we ask in this quiz are from the assignments given. And this particular kind of quiz will be rewarded. This one is not just come and answer and go. That one will be a rewarded quiz. And I won't say which day it will be. So if you are missing our quizzes or you are missing the class, you are the one to be blamed. So don't miss out. Yeah. So I was in a class, a crypto class earlier before our own class started, and the lady that was handling the class actually is my boss, Mrs. Victoria Waka, founder of Valuecore Global. She was handling an introduction class like this, and she was something striking. She said, and that thing striking she said is that cryptocurrency is, or the word of cryptocurrency is a word of opportunities, a word where you come and earn by just being there. I've not how many opportunities I've come across by just being around, be there, be active, even if you're not really understanding what's going on, but just be around. So that is same thing we are doing here. And even we intentionally stopped the monthly reward stuff because we wanted really to know that we are really committed to this community who really want to learn and grow, and not because of the money. And so be there. opportunities will come, and with this one we are coming with better opportunities. And this one is not even end of the month. We won't even tell you when it's coming. So in summary, don't miss and be around. So yes, back to what we're talking about, cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency has to do with security. The word crypto has to do with security, privacy, and decentralization. Then currency. So people also call cryptocurrency. People call it digital money. But like I remember one class I heard last year, and I tell you that there are some digital form of money that are not really cryptocurrency. And that's part of the thing I mentioned when I mentioned PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, Cheaper Cash, all these things. They have digital form money, but these things are not even gift cards. You must have heard of gift cards. All these things are digital form of money, but they are not cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is special in this way because of the word crypto, which I already explained earlier. So, but it's okay to say, when they ask you what is cryptocurrency, you can say, it's digital money, it's digital currency, because it's also a digital currency. But you have to explain for that to show that, this is not just a digital currency, it is running on the blockchain. It's a digital currency running on the blockchain. Okay, you can put it that way. All right. History of cryptocurrency. Talking about the history of cryptocurrency, I know we had a section like this last year where we talked about, cryptocurrency, the history, how we started, and everything. So yes, the first cryptocurrency that we have or that was ever created is the popular one we all know, the Bitcoin. Okay, the Bitcoin. I know I'm supposed to share the Bitcoin logo to show you what the logo looks like. So I don't know, can someone admin grab that and post in the group chat so that people can see what the Bitcoin logo looks like. So in case you have not seen it before, but I believe that we must have seen it before. So the history, so the Bitcoin was first talked about in 2008 by its founder. Okay, by its founder. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, so by its founder Satoshi Nakamoto. So this is, let me not say was, because nobody knows the man, whether it's a man, a woman, a group of people. So it's an anonymous identity. We just know the name Satoshi Nakamoto as the founder of Bitcoin. So he first talked about Bitcoin in the white paper he released in 2008. Okay, he published a white paper in 2008. This Satoshi Nakamoto published a white paper in 2008. And what was the name of the white paper? Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. This was the first time the word Bitcoin was mentioned. Okay, so yeah, that was the first time I mentioned. Then running down to 2009, I'll try to give a recap summary of what it is. Okay, running down to 2009, because this history of cryptocurrency is a whole class on its own. So I'll just kind of give a recap of the history, and maybe somewhere later we can do a proper study on the history of cryptocurrency. So in 2009, the first block was created on the Bitcoin blockchain. So it's called the Genesis block, and it was mined by Nakamoto, who is the founder of the Bitcoin, or who introduced Bitcoin. All right. So this particular block that was mined on the Bitcoin blockchain. I think last week we talked about mining, so don't miss our class. So this particular block that was mined on the blockchain is called the Genesis block, and this was like what marked the birth of the Bitcoin blockchain, and this happened on the 3rd of January 2009, and that happens to be my birth date. I guess that's why I'm on the crypto space, so that explains it. Don't mind me. So yeah, this happened in January 3rd. So that is why on January 3rd, it's marked as the birth of Bitcoin. That it's happy birthday, Bitcoin. That is the world celebrates the Bitcoin day, the 3rd of January, when Bitcoin was created. So fast forwarding to 2010, Bitcoin started gaining relevance in the community, in the tech space and everything. So fast forwarding to 2010, the first Bitcoin exchange was created bitcoinmarket.com. Bitcoinmarket.com. That was the first exchange that was created. I don't know. Can someone drop that in the chat? Bitcoinmarket.com was the first cryptocurrency created in March 2010. Sorry, I must have. Sorry, I don't like. Maybe I will share some of these details later in the community. So, yeah. So, in 2010. So, this was where people could trade Bitcoin online. People could buy and sell Bitcoin online. So, this platform was the platform that introduced it. So, in that same 2010, in May, the first real world Bitcoin transaction happened. And this occurred when a guy bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins. 10,000 Bitcoins. So 10,000 Bitcoin now is, okay, let's assume that Bitcoin is $40,000 now. So 10,000 Bitcoin is just 10,000 times $40,000. Please do the mathematics. I know how much that guy bought 2 slices of pizza for. That's really crazy. So that was the actual first Bitcoin transaction that happened. Then Bitcoin continued to gain popularity. Yeah. So people started buying. So in 2013, it experienced a very massive rally that Bitcoin was trending at $1,000. Like 1 Bitcoin was trading at $1,000. So, and actually in 2014, it faced a collapse. It faced a collapse, like it fell, because of market what do you call it? Because of the market reasons and trends and everything. So people have the bias about the Bitcoin then. So the thing faced a very big dump. Let me use crypto term, dump, in 2014. So despite all this, 2000 riding down 2017, so from there until now, obviously, anybody that is, in fact, I don't think there's anybody, even people in secondary school, that have not heard about the word Bitcoin, So from there, fast forward to 2013, this was when Ethereum was introduced. Bitcoin is the first blockchain, first cryptocurrency that was created, and Ethereum is the second cryptocurrency that was created. So this Ethereum now is it's very significant because it came with a feature that was very unique, that opened up the utility, or what you call use case space in the blockchain world, where you can do things in the blockchain apart from just buying and selling, apart from just sending and receiving cryptocurrencies. So Ethereum did something that was cool. So this Ethereum was first proposed in 2013 and officially launched in July 2015. I just hope we are taking note of these dates. So the Ethereum was introduced. The Ethereum now, as a project, as a blockchain, introduced a cryptocurrency called Ether. So the cryptocurrency for Bitcoin is Bitcoin. They call it is Bitcoin. So, but Ethereum had a different name for their own, which was Ether. Ether is ETHER or ETH. So this is to show you that Ethereum is not the cryptocurrency itself. The cryptocurrency itself is Ether. So you can't tell somebody to send you Ethereum. Ethereum is the blockchain, is the project itself. So, but the native currency that you're using interacting in that blockchain is Ether. Don't worry, if it doesn't make sense, it will make sense as time goes on. So then, before Ethereum was operating with the proof of work consensus mechanism. I know last week we talked about consensus mechanism. So, but now they moved to the proof of stake consensus mechanism, and we gave some things. We said some things about consensus mechanism and the proof of work and proof of stakes last week. So you can refer to the last class to have a better view of consensus mechanism. So one of the key features of this Ethereum blockchain is that it supports decentralized applications. So it supports decentralized application, and it has smart contracts execution ability. It's designed to enable the creation and execution of smart contracts. So this the creation and execution of smart contracts is what actually gave better these dApps. What are dApps? These dApps are decentralized applications. If you we know what applications are. We all use WhatsApp, Telegram is an application, Facebook is an application. But this Ethereum did something that was very significant, that you can have applications that are running on the blockchain. Okay, so the way you have your WhatsApp, once you want to create an account on your WhatsApp, you use our WhatsApp is an application now. You call it mobile application. We have the web version, but it's an application basically. You can use your phone number, use your I think it's Facebook that uses email, phone number, password, a couple of info. But in this blockchain, all it needs to log in with is your wallet address. So there's what you call connect wallet. So in this dApp, all you need to do is just connect your wallet and you are in already. You don't need to start putting phone number, doing any form of verification. Once you connect your wallet, it pops up something for you to sign in. That sign in you are clicking is just to approve that your wallet should accommodate this particular. It's just like you're signing in. The way you sign up, create an account on Facebook, WhatsApp, and anything, or Telegram, whatever application out there, all these Web2 applications. This is how you can do this thing on the decentralized application. And these decentralized applications are also called Web3 application. Because when you mention Web3 is simply means decentralized. Web3 simply means decentralized. So I don't want to go into Web1, Web2, Web3, and that's not the purpose of class tonight. So let's just stick to the basics of the history of cryptocurrency. So with these dApps now, a lot of decentralized applications have been created from them till now. All these things you see, like staking platforms, they tell you come and stake money, liquidity pool lock, mining pool, even gambling sites. You have things like your normal Bet Naija and Sporty. Yes, Sporty Bet. We have not like Sporty Bet now, but gambling sites. They are even on the blockchain. So in case you're a gambler, we have space for you in the crypto world. Okay, don't worry, that's a joke. I'm really against gambling. I don't encourage people to gamble, but in case they hear word, you can gamble in the crypto space. Like gambling, they are gambling platforms there. So this is not me telling you to go gamble, but I'm just saying that I'm just trying to explain that this platform provides a lot of things, that even the things you feel like, so that because people have this mindset that the blockchain world is very boring. There are really a lot to it. Just follow up on our class, because the series we are running this new year, in fact, all of them are intertwined. Like we did part 1 last week. This week we are doing part 2, and what we'll be talking about next week are still some things we mentioned now, because in fact, let me not give you hints. I'll not spoil the fun. So just follow up on our class. If you miss it, listen to the recordings. So yeah, so that's that on so the first cryptocurrency created was Bitcoin. The second was Ethereum, which Ethereum had some features like the smart contract, and which gave the ability that you can create. And this thing is not even just to create a decentralized application. You can even create other tokens. In fact, the EVM, the introduction of the Ethereum brought about what you call EVM. I know even last week we talked about virtual machine, and I know I mentioned this EVM. This EVM simply means Ethereum virtual machine. So this Ethereum virtual machine is a system that runs that. It gives the compatibility for projects to run side chains and layer 2 blockchains. Layer 2 blockchains are things like Optimism, then side chains and other parachains. We have that is where the Binance Smart Chain fall under. I think Polygon too fall under, many other EVM based networks. I think there are many EVM based networks. So the Ethereum blockchain is really a core. Like, even though like when you talk about crypto, you talk about Bitcoin, but Ethereum not small too. Ethereum is not small too. What those guys did or the future the blockchain carried is, I feel, is really a turnaround. It brought in vibe and utility to the blockchain world. So that's the little we can discuss about on the history of blockchain. So, sorry, the history of cryptocurrency, not blockchain. So going to the next one, talk about types of cryptocurrency. Types of cryptocurrency. We have different types of cryptocurrency. We have the payment cryptocurrency. So this payment cryptocurrency, as the name implied, is the cryptocurrency that's created for payment. Example, Bitcoin. These are cryptocurrencies that don't have utility, they don't have use case. They just use them for transfer, payment, as the name implies. So there's no long talk. Utility tokens. These utility tokens are kind of cryptocurrencies that were created from use cases. Example, the Ether. The Ether was created because it was used to interact on the Ethereum blockchain for gas fee, something like that. I think another project like now, Arbitrum, when they created, they run like a kind of DAO system where you need to have a Arbitrum token to vote. You understand? The project proposes something. So for it to be able to vote, you must have a certain amount of that token. So these are utility tokens. I think even the Binance too, they have their token on the exchange. They use it to charge as fees for transfer. These are examples of utility tokens. So these utility tokens are just tokens that are created for special purposes. Some are security, some are serve as gas fees, some are start as for voting. They have different purposes, but they are cryptocurrencies created for a particular purpose. All right, so we'll talk about so in cryptocurrencies here. I know last week I tried to talk about something like coins versus tokens. I know I mentioned something like that. So coins versus tokens, I know. Let me just say that now. Coins, because I know I've mentioned cryptocurrencies, I'm talking about tokens. So coins now are simply cryptocurrencies that have their own blockchain. It's just that in the crypto space, some of these things can be interused, okay? They can be interused, but originally, when you talk about coins, crypto coins, or cryptocurrencies, or coins now are basically talking about cryptocurrencies that have their own blockchain. Example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Repos, that's the ticker is XRP. So yes, let me say that now. When you see things like BTC, I know it stands for Bitcoin. It's not called abbreviation, it's called ticker. Ticker, Ticker. It's not abbreviation. Let's use the right words, okay? So the ticker for Bitcoin is BTC. The ticker for Ether is ETH. The ticker for Repos is XRP. So don't say abbreviation. Don't use the right words. That's why that's why you're learning. All right. So moving from utility tokens, central bank digital currency. These are just government created digital currency. It's just that it's very funny because the government creates something that wants to become a cryptocurrency and still want to have influence over it. So I don't really know how they want it to be decentralized. These are just kind of currencies, but they are government controlled. So that's why if you see, they call them central bank digital currencies, not cryptocurrencies, because it's just operating online. So, but it falls under a kind of a category of cryptocurrencies, but they are not really cryptocurrencies because governments have stays over them. Okay, they can be manipulated by the government. So stable currencies or stable coins, these are just coins that have the same value with they are pegged. Let me use the word pegged. They are pegged to normal fiat currencies value. Example, if I know possibly a lot of people must have heard something like you must have heard about USDT. Even though some people don't even know the full meaning. So the full meaning is a United States dollar theta. Understand? And that project is actually owned by Circle. That is the name of the project that runs USDT. So you must have heard of BUSD, Binance US Dollar. So the BUSD then is, even though currently BUSD no longer exists because the projects backing them up, or the project that was backing them up, had to pull out because of government policies and everything. So USDT is one of the most popular, or technically the most popular cryptocurrency, stable coin or stable cryptocurrency. So we have some other ones, and that one is because dollar is like the world legal tender. Even though a lot of other countries are trying to use their own cryptocurrency, not cryptocurrency, their own currency now or fiat to make international exchange. But when you talk about foreign exchange, you mentioned dollar first before other ones. So that's why most stable coins are dollar pegged. But not just dollar, there are other kind of stable coins there. So, but basically, stable coins they are not volatile. Every other cryptocurrency is volatile. Call it payment cryptocurrency, utility token, the CBDC. But stable coins is that they maintain the price of that particular fiat or that particular currency they are pegged to. So, for instance, one USDT is equal to $1. It can only have some minor movements, but one USDT can never. One USDT can never be $2, unless it's no longer a stable currency, unless USDT ceases to be a stable currency. But as long as it's a stable currency, it can never be $2. It cannot rise above $1. Highest you can see is 1.00009. Things like that. Those kind of things. So once it turns volatile, it ceases from being a stable cryptocurrency. So that's that on types of cryptocurrency. So we'll talk about the last one talking about this night is, which I mentioned earlier, is just like a recap, of the whole cryptocurrency things. What is cryptography? Cryptography, as I mentioned earlier, that is part of the measure word for cryptocurrency. Cryptography and currency, joined together from cryptocurrency. So this cryptography has to do with security, encryption and encryption. Where encryption and decryption, security, where people can send information. In the olden days, this cryptography has existed for a very long time. In the olden days, I think some of us use the things like I think there is this thing that was trending then. If you secondary school, things like Django language, some B language, some of those things. I don't know if you put this some of this. I did it to, B language, Django language, some of these things. I don't know, down here in Nigeria, especially in East, it was very common. So Django language. So this like even if this were like the way people communicated in certain ways so that other people, so it's kind of an encrypted communication system. So this was what the cryptography does, that someone can send a message to someone in an encrypted format. So the only person that can decrypt what that information carries, you can see the information, but you cannot access that information simply because you don't have the decryption code. I know I made emphasis like that last week when we talked about encryption and decryption. When we were talking about the blockchain too, mentioned that when I was talking about wallets, that the encrypted side of the wallet is the wallet address, then the decrypted side of the wallet is the private key. Then the encrypted side is the public key because anybody can access the public key, but the decryption part is the private key, because once you have access to the private key, you already have information of the wallet. Okay, you can't have the information of a wallet with just the wallet address. So it's kind of encrypted. It makes sense. So you can just see 0xxxf123. You can't read that information to the wallet. You can't access that wallet. I think Binance has functionality. Even if there is this functionality that, not Binance, Trust Wallet, okay, or decentralized wallets, you can log into a wallet with the wallet address, but you can only view only. That wallet is called view only. I think it's just that Trust Wallet have some of their privacy. I don't know if I'm able to do that thing. So you can put in someone's address. Okay, I think you should just try it. Once you have a Trust Wallet account, I think maybe I'll try to show a practical class on that. Once you pick, or it's an assignment now, everybody do it. I'll drop one of my wallet charges that has maybe 1 or 2 funds inside, so you can see what I'm saying. So I'll drop my wallet address in the community chat. So open a Trust Wallet account. You see somewhere they say like import. So you see they tell you to put private key or mnemonic phrase. This mnemonic phrase is simply means this 12 phrase, 24 phrase words used. Then you see a place, they'll see you enter wallet. So when you enter wallet address, it's just like maybe you just select a particular chain. Maybe I'll tell you, maybe try the BSC chain. So from that thing now, all you can see the money I have on that particular chain, but you can never access that money. If you try to send it, they will tell you that, oh, you should log in properly, that you're on a view-only mode. You understand? So that'll be the assignment for today's class. Is a practical assignment. You download the Trust Wallet app. You try to what do you call it? You try to access an account. So send. If you can, I don't know how to monitor it. Just do it. If you do it or you encounter any challenge, just let me know. Or if you are stuck anywhere, just communicate in the group chat. Like I said, some questions will be coming from these assignments given, both practical and theory. So this, you see that. So this is just explain the encryption and decryption thing. So because that wallet address is encrypted, you can't use it to access the original wallet. But once you have the private key, you just need to put it. You have access to the wallet already. You can move out money, move in money, do anything. In fact, you automatically turn to a co-owner of that particular wallet. You know, that is how the whole cryptographic thing works. So you see that the whole idea of cryptocurrency blockchain has been right from time. You know, the whole concept of cryptography, that someone can send information, you know, end to end, and not everybody can have it. But you know, in the local banking system, you can just you're sending 10,000, bank collect charges. You know, they have access to your funds. But in the crypto world like that, I think the only because you're using a particular blockchain, you know, they collect charge, they collect a gas fee, you know, because this is what you have agreed to do. This is a part of how that is part of how the smart contract of that project works. You understand? So that's how part of this written smart contract project, that once someone wants to make a transfer, it charges. So basically, this is what we'll be discussing tonight about you know, the cryptocurrency, cryptography, and the origin. We'll discuss a couple of things: evolution of money, different types of cryptocurrency. So yeah, so I think I will stop sharing my screen right now. I'll stop sharing my screen right now. So if you have any question, please, you can ask. Does anybody have any question? Does anyone have any question?
I don't have any questions, sir. The class was really explanatory. Like, I get everything.
I have a question. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Please, if you have a question.
I have a question.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
You said you're giving us an assignment to access an account in our Trust Wallet. What of someone that already opened that? Yes, someone that already that already has a Trust Wallet, that you have already entered those phrases that is being given of.
Okay.
When you are opening using a wallet, there's a phrase that do come out. Then you enter it. Then before they will now verify, as in confirm that wallet is now the wallet now become something that you can now use for whatever. So, when you send the wallet address that you want us to enter into that thing, does it mean that, okay, how can we go about that thing? Is it like we should go to that plus button that used to be at the top of that side, where you, if you want to enter this and click it, then you enter they will ask you for a wallet address. They will not enter the wallet address which you are dropping. I want to know, so I will know how to go about the assignments you are giving.
Yeah, okay. When you go to settings, when you go to So I think Trust Wallet has new features right now. That if
Mm,
your Trust Wallet is updated, if your own is not updated, please update your own. Everybody. So when you update it, so when you form like your particular login wallet, uh, please
yeah.
mute your mic. I think that's a little bit noisy. When you
Where
have
I am.
when you've logged in into your wallet, well, I think there's a noise in the background so that I can communicate properly. Or you can shift from the noise. I think there's a noise in the background. All right. So what I'm explaining is if your wallet is your Trust Wallet app is updated to the latest version, when you log in, you already have an account. You see what something like Wallet One, or if you name your wallet, whatever, and you see a down arrow. Once you click on that Wallet One that has a down arrow beside it, I think should I send a screenshot? Just give me. Sorry. I think I'll do that later. I'll do that later. So you see a Wallet One that has a down arrow. So once you see that down arrow, you see an option. You now see where you can create new wallet. Okay. So because on Trust Wallet app now, Trust Wallet can contain 10 wallets, 10 different wallets. These 10 wallets are like 10 different independent wallets. All these wallets have their own different mnemonic phrase or private key, as the case may be. So that makes sense, right? So this Trust Wallet has 10 different wallets on it. It has 10, you can create 10 different wallets with your Trust Wallet. So even if you have created one already, so you can click there, you can create new wallet. So that creates new wallet is from there you now enter this thing. From there you now enter my wallet address that I sent, so you can view okay the funds I have. I'm just using this thing to show you a practical illustration of what the encryption and decryption thing is. So I will actually drop steps and guide later tomorrow on how to go about it. So yeah, I hope that's clear enough. I don't know if I answered this question. All right. So any other questions? Does anybody have any other question? So we can call it a wrap tonight.
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right. Does anybody have any other question? All right. In the absence of question here, I think I'll be wrapping it up here tonight. And next week, Monday, is another time to learn, so we shouldn't miss. So if any Monday we won't hold the class, we'll inform the community prior the period. So, but every Monday by 8 p.m. GMT plus one, be expectant. We have other community activities that holds on that holds on Thursday by 8 p.m. That is our games quiz, and then on Saturday is our on Saturday